Okay, we'll do Q&A. It's sort of random. You're managing to stay awake. Very good. You take one.
Yep.
I was walking around the room while listening to the other two presentations.
Okay. And Kigali as well. I think you're still online. Hopefully. And what we'll do is we'll take questions from online and in the room. I see a hand. Yes, on the left. Go ahead. I'll come back to you.
Question mainly for Kigali and Brisbane. You talked a lot about your venues and cities and why we should go there, but not very much about the shape and form and style of Worldcon that you're planning to run. Could you please tell us a bit more about your actual convention plans?
So something more about the shape of the convention plans. I think you said Kigali and Brisbane. Just go on basically Brisbane first.
We haven't decided yet. We are still gathering our various department heads and staff. Because of the fact we are in a time zone that's going to be difficult for both North America and Europe to match with us, we are probably going to be doing a very strong virtual presence simply because we have no other choice. It's the only way to make it worthwhile for both the other time zone blocks to be involved. Other than that, we are still trying to work out what's the best way to run a Worldcon in this time zone that will still cover everything. So we haven't made our mind up fully yet, but we will have a very strong virtual presence. We have to.
Okay. Kigali, you're still muted. If you can unmute.
He couldn't hear the question.
Yeah, the nature of the convention.
The question is about the virtual presence, right?
No.
The virtual component. I couldn't hear very well the question. But we definitely have a virtual presence.
Yeah, your Zoom is breaking up.
We will have a virtual component for the convention.
I'm afraid the sound isn't working very well. I'll try to get the question into the chat. And in the meantime, I'll give Nuremberg another question and then we'll come back to you. Okay? Nuremberg, when will you have your website up?
In December.
In December. Thank you.
May I have it in the chat?
Yep. So the question is in the chat.
No, that's a different question.
Yeah. A general question to all bids, both for this year and for the future, to send materials about themselves to the Lucas Marketing Committee.
Okay.
It's in the chat.
Thank you for the guidance.
A question to answer now. Other questions up front here?
Question for Nuremberg and Kigali, if we're able to, what are your plans for disabled fans to be able to access the convention?
So we are going to all the routes at the moment and talking to the tourism people, which is really helpful and friendly, so we have a lot of partners working with that. So there's no hotel connected to the venue, so that's definitely a disadvantage. It's accessible and easily accessible, and also the train station. And the next hotels are at the main station, so it's like when there are special subway trains going, it's a 4-minute ride with an elevator, and it's 50 meters to the next hotel. So it's accessible, but there are several steps we have to take to actually check all the routes before we are going to publish that, because I'm not going to publish the venues.
My question was, can you go beyond mobility as well?
Yes, we can.
Repeat the question. So it's questions about arrangements for disabled fans, but also beyond mobility. So deaf, blind, etc.
Yeah, we're currently in talks with venues, so there are hearing rooms and different other things already there, but I don't want to publish it before I have cleared every step of the process. But we're currently on it. There will be different rooms. What I liked about the convention center is that it's more roomy and it's easier actually to find a space that fits you. And it's easier so we have an excellent perspective on crowd control at the venue, so we can build a system that is good for everyone, feels good for everyone. So that was one of the key reasons I liked. It actually has some outdoor spaces and indoor spaces, so you can switch between a garden and go back into, which also makes it
A question online. And the Brisbane and Kigali teams, please share more about their event organizing experience. Let's see, Kigali first. Can you see if the audio is working?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay.
Yeah, the audio is working. I can hear you right now.
We can hear
Yes,
you.
we will send the materials. We will send the materials to Alan.
Okay, I think that's the previous question.
Is that what you want? The question?
I think there might be a delay in things going through to you. Well, while you get to that question, Random, can you perhaps answer for Brisbane? Share more about your event organizing experience.
Most of the people involved in the core committee have had organizing of this. Try that again. It is now after 1:30. Most of the committee have had organizing experience of smaller events. Myself and Tax are both on the Continuum Committee. Another person is involved in Conflux. These are all smaller local Australian conventions of a similar nature. Plus, we also have someone who's been previously involved in UK Eastercons. Plus, we've also talking with a number of the people who previously have been involved in the Aussie Cons. They are not part of the committee because they have decided they have done their time, but they are available as a advisory committee to us to give us advice when we ask for it. So no direct Worldcon running experience, but experience running other events and access to experience of running Worldcons.
Michael, can you see the question? More about your event organizing experience?
That is for Kigali? May I speak?
Yeah, go ahead.
Hello? Kigali?
We can hear you.
You can hear? Yes. Many of us
I bet your audio is
conversions. We have part of the team has. You can pick me now.
I'm afraid your audio is breaking up. Perhaps if you could type the reply in the chat,
okay.
I will then be able to speak it out. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. After I speak, I will type. We have most of us have had experience in organizing conventions, but not experience in organizing. We have little experience. The team has little experience with Worldcon, and then SMOFCon, and most of the team has it has PCOs. It has many people who have been at the conventions. I myself have been at frontline of conventions since my youthful age, not only in Uganda, but also around the world. There's one we organized in Turkey. That's where we got this the idea of the Worldcon, and it was it took us around 14 days. So 14 days of the convention, having youth from 5 countries, from 5 countries around the world. So it is not the first one, and we have a lot of we're in progressive talks with Rwanda Convention Bureau. They will be having a team that will be stand by to guide in every moment. What is lacking with our team is the Worldcon experience. Worldcon has its own culture. We must accept, but it is not an alien culture that doesn't involve other professional elements of the convention. So this is what we are here for. That's why we wanted even to come to SMOFCon in person, so that we can in detail talk to you guys and bring up the Worldcon experience. Worldcon has never been to Africa before. We must not, and we can't boast of having experience of the Worldcon.
Thank you. Question here? At the front? And then we'll go on.
So this is for all three days. I think it leads from Michael answered very, very well. So you talked about the networking experience, you also talked about the community of Worldcon, and what are all three days doing to integrate more into that, to learn more, and to become more part of that community between, I guess, now and the con you want to run, because there isn't a lot more time.
Yeah, try and summarize that so they can hear us. What are all three bids doing to try and integrate more with the wider community? We'll start with Brisbane.
As I said, we've got experience with the local Australian sci-fi community. We are also working with a number of people who have run Worldcons before. They are our advisory committee. They're not actively running it because they've decided they needed a break. Plus, we are making sure we are getting involved in Worldcons. Some of our members helped out on the virtual side with Seattle. We are planning on getting involved in some of the virtual stuff for Los Angeles as well. It is a little bit difficult for us to get involved in these things physically because of distance. We are hoping to be at Los Angeles next year, but at the very least, we're going to make sure we do get involved with the people who are at these cons. And we've also got a bunch of people in the US who are visiting the US cons on our behalf, so we can get that flavor as well.
Michael, can you go ahead?
Yes. What was the question again?
What exactly is your event plan to integrate with the wider science fictional community?
What?
I'll type it into the chat. While we
Okay, type it in the chat. I'll answer.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I'll answer. Type to that. Oh yes. How we are integrating the wider sci-fi community. Does this mean in Africa? Yes. As I told you, we are working. We are in progressive talks with the Africa Science Fiction Society, Africa Speculative Fiction Society. This is the society that is currently taking on fiction and the community, the science fiction community in Africa. So we are looking at working with them to bring the whole of Africa together for this bid. And as I told you, we'll have a program of they will be part of the program at the Konichigali Worldcon. We are also talking to many people within the sci-fi community, and we wish to involve a number of them. We are talking to many Worldcon former Worldcon chairs. We are talking to to find a way of incorporating the communities not only in Africa but also at large from the rest of the world.
Okay.
Yeah, with little time constraint urgency, so we will be laying up on a lot of shadowing, and we will be visible in NIA and several other conventions before we go ahead, and we will be visible in Montreal, and we'll try to get as many of our team over there to shadow and work here. to really get a feeling and get a professional structure on. So we have a large background in event organization, but we need the Worldcon experience to settle.
So, a couple of questions, but we are running out of time. So over here, on the right. No, further up, over to the right, okay. Remember, I need to repeat the question. To keep it simple.
Nuremberg just mentioned shadowing for LA. This is a question for Brisbane and also Kigali. Are there any people from your committee right now who are working on LA? Will there be people working on LA? 90% of what happens at the Worldcon happens ahead of time. And people from all over the world do those jobs. Will you be reaching out to LA to position as many people as possible from the committees in those jobs so they have time to learn in the few months ahead of you?
So are there people from Brisbane and Kigali shadowing or working with LACon?
At the moment for Brisbane, I'm not sure, but the plan is yes, we will be working with LACon and shadowing.
Mike, did you hear the question?
Hello. Not at the moment. Many of the requests, volunteer requests, have not been replied. We'll look at within our team if there is any. But many of us would like to. Yeah.
Okay. And I guess maybe too early for Nuremberg, but recommend that you do. Okay, question over here. There was a couple of questions. We are very much running out of time.
Just a quick one. Just wondering how advanced your budgeting was, so you actually understand where your baseline is. Basically, what sort of minimum, there are lots of fixed costs in the Worldcon, what your minimum membership is. We've had a very large Worldcon recently, but that's not guaranteed going into the future. It could well be that this is a pandemic response, basically, people just getting back into it.
Can you?
Sure. How advanced is your budget at the moment? If I'm expecting you and both will be. And do you understand where your baseline is?
Okay, so to all bits, how advanced is your budget at this stage? And
the baseline, what your baseline attendance needs to be.
And what your baseline attendance would need to be.
For Brisbane, we've looked at historical data for Australian cons versus the standard American and European ones. We typically get about half of what the American ones get for about that era. So we're looking at, since Seattle just announced they got 5,500 to 6,000, we are looking at probably getting 2,500 to 3,000 people in the door, and that's what our budget is based on. Our original budget was actually looking at slightly lower numbers, so this is looking good. We do have a budget, and yes, that is now more than we thought.
Okay. Michael, okay, go ahead.
Yes, please type that question so that I get it.
How advanced are you with your budget preparations?
How
advanced are you with your budget preparations?
Okay, we have prepared a budget for 2,000, for 3,000, and for 5,000 people, for more than 5,000 people. And we are finalizing it with RCB. Yeah, that is it.
Okay. Yeah. So we're trying to work 3 models. So the baseline model will be about 3,000. So that's we're about minimum. And the other will be between 4,000 and 5,000, and then we will have a different model. The location venue is state-owned and city-owned. So I hope that we will get the conceptual flexibility to react to that. That would be the ideal situation. We have very good rates for the Worldcon, so we are still in favor of that. We can get those rates, everything is smooth. So it's still in debate, but I'm trying to model 3 different scenarios. The larger model has a room problem because then we have to use other rooms. So at 8,000, we would have to use other rooms on the other side of the convention center, so it becomes more room. So it's nice because it's space, but you have to walk in.
The biggest nice problem to have is too small.
Yeah.
Okay. We may have to do the last one, I think. Go ahead.
Specifically for Nuremberg, what are your plans for Worldcon 26, which is in Berlin?
So for Nuremberg, what are your plans for Euro 26?
We will be there, of course, and we are talking to Claudia currently, and I think we will have to take a lot of jobs to make up for surprise.
Okay, thank you for that. Sorry it took a little bit longer, but we got there in the end. So thank you to the 3 bits. All the materials, I believe, have either been shared already or will be uploaded to the website. Obviously, the filing for the next year, the vote will be next year in LA. The deadline for the filing, I think, is in February. Yeah. So more materials will be provided then. And good luck to all 3 bidders.